Hi guys, today we're here at the Bagel Shack in San Clemente with the owner Brock Meserve at 777 South El Camino Real. We are in the beautiful weather today of San Clemente, sunshine. We can see the ocean from the tables, and I'm so excited to introduce you to this great guy. So Brock, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Tell us about how this business came about.
Well, believe it or not, this was a Bagel Shack back in 2001 when it was opened by Mark Kuzno. But he was basically selling it back in 2003, and I was looking for locations to kind of start my own business. And when I saw this spot, I saw the address 777, saw it, and I knew right away, this is a spot for me. This is it. That's pretty much how it came about.
Yeah, I love it. Did you have experience in the food and service industry before?
Yes, I worked for In-N-Out Burger for 20 years.
Okay.
So that, I definitely had the experience. I knew how to pretty much run a business because the way they have their managers do it is they run their store like it is their business. So it was pretty much like doing the same exact thing, but no politics involved, which is nice.
Nice, working for yourself.
Yeah, so
yeah.
very nice.
So tell us about some of the delicious menu items you have. And I think you have breakfast and lunch, is that right?
We have breakfast and lunch,
yeah,
yes.
So
all
tell
our
us your best
breakfast sandwiches are all named after beaches right here in San Clemente, most of them. Our most popular is Lowers, which is a great surf beach, but it's also basically eggs and cheese. You can have ham, bacon, or sausage. But we have about 9 or 10 breakfast sandwiches. We have the uppers, the Churches, which is cream cheese, tomato, avocado, and lemon pepper.
Delicious.
We have a Sano, which is, we have a Doheny. We have a lot of great sandwiches that are really, really good.
Awesome.
And then we also have great lunch sandwiches. The smoked turkey bacon is by far, to me personally, the best sandwich. It's also the best seller.
What's that one called?
The smoked turkey bacon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the cool names are only for the breakfast, and then
Just
lunch,
for the breakfast.
it's just the food, okay.
Yeah. We sell a lot of breakfast sandwiches. Basically, after when you do your dawn patrol, come on in, grab something to bite before you go to work or whatever you got to do. So.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, dawn patrol is going surfing, right?
Yeah,
okay.
early in the morning, before the sun's up.
Got it.
Right on.
So you have breakfast and lunch. What are your hours that you serve?
We open at 6 in the morning and we close at 2:30 in the afternoon, which are pretty good work hours as well. Can't complain about that.
Yeah, so now, and just for fun interest, you have some kids too?
I do. I have 4 kids. I have a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 11-year-old, and 10-year-old, and they are all my 4 daughters.
All girls.
And my oldest one works here, which is pretty special.
So getting up at 2:30 in the afternoon so you can have family time is really nice, huh?
Well, we do have family time. Unfortunately, we're involved in so many sports afterwards.
Okay.
My wife and I divide and
time.
conquer. We basically, with the 4 girls, we play 7 different sports.
I didn't know there were 7 different sports.
Well, one's on 2 different soccer teams. One's doing travel softball. And one's doing travel volleyball with the school volleyball.
Wow.
It's crazy. I come to work to relax.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
it's so great that you have a business that can allow you to be so involved with your family. That's awesome.
It is very special. It's definitely it was a gift from God. I'll say that much. It's all happening from God. If it wasn't for Him, none of this would have been possible.
That's so
really
great.
Cool.
I love it. So I heard you might have a couple of other locations. Is that right?
Yes, we do. We have one in El Toro. It's our second store. We opened back in 2008. My brother, who also worked for In-N-Out Burger at the time, he wanted to leave as well because he saw the hours I was working. He goes, "What can I do to leave this spot and do what you're doing?" I said, "Well, let's see what we can do." And basically, we opened that spot in El Toro because that's where he lived at the time. And that's basically how he got the second store, was for him. And then he had a wife and 3 kids at the time. So I had my youngest brother kind of work that for a couple months until he was able to leave, kind of give his time of leave of absence till we go work the Bagel Shack. And then he said, my youngest brother said, "Well, what about me? I want to do it." So that's honestly why we opened the San Juan store. Recently that San Juan store is closed, and we moved that store to Dana Point, which is off Stonehill and Del Obispo now. So we just opened that back in October, so it's about 6 months old.
So 3 Bagel Shacks and 3 brothers running them. I love it.
And we all get along and still love each other. Can you believe that?
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah, so it's working out pretty good.
Yeah, it's great. Well, I can see you're very popular. We've seen the customers coming and going the whole time. It's right on the main drag. I've seen it all this time. So excited to sample some foods here.
Right
do you have any other things you'd like to say? Oh, you've got a website, thebagelshack.com, right?
Bagelshack.com is the website.
Okay.
We got a lot of regular customers here. Without the regular customers, probably wouldn't be in business. But the regular ones keep me alive, and I know a lot of them by name. When they get, it's hard with the masks now to know who they are.
Yeah.
But I love my customers because you know, I come here just to really see them. You know,
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So it's
That's
cool.
awesome. Well, thank you for being such a great part of our community here in San Clemente and bringing so much joy to everybody that gets to come in and eat your delicious food. Thank
You know,
you.
for a person who was able to grow up in San Clemente and actually be able to work in San Clemente and help the community, I just love it. It's a gift from God, like I said. It's awesome.
That's so great. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story and your business. And if you guys remember, you come by and check them out. We're at 777 South El Camino Real, the Bagel Shack. You got to get here before 2:30 p.m. and wait until 6 a.m. to come. Probably not a problem for most people. Come check it out, and you'll be so glad you did. Thanks so much for watching.
Thank you.